So once all the dust settles, what happens next? Education leaders tell us this is just the beginning. ABC 15's Sonu Wasu joining us live with a look at the next big move. And Sonu, what are those teachers doing behind you there tonight?
Well, Steve, you're looking at a thank you rally taking place here in Paradise Valley. These are all teachers who just got back from the state capitol, now lining the streets here near 32nd and Greenway, thanking their community and school administrators for their support during this historic walkout. They tell me their work is just beginning. The next fight now to get something on the ballot so you, the voters, will have a say in finding a permanent source of funding for public education. When keeps marching on. It's a rallying cry closing an historic chapter in Arizona history. Teachers leaving with a raise and money for their classrooms. But Arizona education leaders behind the Red for Ed movement say this is just a Band-Aid on a gaping wound.
This was the battle. We have a major war, but this was an awakening. We need to go home and think of amazing creative ways to welcome back our kids, and we're ready to get and see our students in the morning.
The next big move for these groups is getting the Invest in Ed initiative on the ballot.
Did you want to sign?
An initiative that would raise $700 million for education.
Increases classroom site funding by raising income tax of 3.46%.
Through income taxes imposed on those making over $250,000. Teachers left the state capitol armed with petitions.
What we do now is we go back to our classrooms and we shift our focus to the ballot initiative, the Invest in Education Act, and we win this battle that way.
From Red for Ed to Remember in November, these teachers are now focusing on the next big election, pledging to vote out lawmakers who did not stand by their side.
We will be back to vote in November. When Red for Ed keeps marching.
So how do you keep the momentum built over the last 5 days going? Education Association leaders tell me they're going to be holding town halls in your communities. They're going to be passing out petitions and flyers. They want to continue this conversation, and they want every voter out there to be involved in this discussion. Reporting live in Paradise Valley, Sonu Wasu, ABC 15, Arizona.
Well, it is impressive that they're still out there tonight. That is some stamina. Now, if there's anything from the beginning we have seen, it is passion, emotions, running so high, really on both sides of this debate. And this past week, this is something our valley and our state will never forget. The incredible visuals, let's just start with that, of the tens of thousands of teachers rallying at the Capitol, holding signs, letting their voices be heard. Finally, from the lawn outside to the hallways inside, this is a moment that will go down in Arizona history. And for the last week, ABC 15 has been the best source for complete coverage of this unprecedented moment in Arizona history. And there's a lot more work to be done, as you heard. We know almost all schools are reopening tomorrow, others not opening till Monday. If you want to be sure about what your district is doing tonight, head to abc15.com/walkout. You'll find the full list posted there.
It's good news, bad news tonight for crews battling the tinder fire in north central Arizona. The good news, firefighters are starting to contain the inferno, but the bad, we're now getting a better idea of just how much destruction it caused. Investigators giving an update tonight, the fire damaging or destroying at least 41 homes. It's burned 12,000 acres, now 12% contained. We're told it was sparked by an illegal campfire.
Boy, and we are thinking of the crews battling these wildfires because they have a really tough weekend ahead of them. Chief Meteorologist Amber Solon joins us now. And Amber, we've got a major heat wave on the way.
Yeah, our first big heat wave of the year, and the first time we could top 105 here in Phoenix for 2018. It wouldn't be the earliest on record. That happened back in 1989 on April 20th, but it would be a little bit sooner than normal, which is typically not until the end of May. So we're going up to 107, it looks like, on Sunday. An excessive heat watch has been issued in that Sunday forecast. High temperatures across the valley, 102 to 107, and lows only in the low to mid 70s. So as far as that heat risk goes, it's going up into the high range. Most people at risk if you don't take the proper precautions. Drink lots of water, seek out that air conditioning. We'll talk about how long this heat wave is going to last coming up in your full forecast.
Yeah, as we get ready for this jump in temperatures, what can you do to prepare? ABC 15's Aldo Vasquez has the very latest on how you can get ready to prepare for this heat wave. It's coming whether we like it or not, Aldo.
Oh, it is. And one thing we also know right now is that obviously we should get a lot of sunscreen, wear protective clothing, and get plenty of water, especially during these crazy hot months. But right now is also the time when you should be on the phone calling an AC company to make sure that your unit is working and developing a plan of action so that the event that your power goes out or your AC unit stops working, that you have generators and fans around to help keep you cool so you don't find yourself sweating out this heat.
Having your vent systems clean, getting your air filters clean so that you don't have air conditioner issues. You know, this is a dangerous time for those AC units.
One thing many people don't know about, utility companies can do a home energy audit and give you rebates for installing energy-saving equipment in your home.
And some utilities, I think SRP will help you locate trees around your house so that you get the most out of the shade that they provide.
Now is also the time to get your car looked at.
Get it inspected. Coolant flush or exchange, get that old coolant out, and essentially look at all the rubber to the coolant system.
Frank Lloyd says checking that coolant is key, as it's often the cause of massive failures he sees in his garage. And as far as the city is concerned, they're also preparing a plan to keep you cool this summer.
We're putting together some thoughts and ideas about how to manage heat holistically.
That includes planting up to 3,000 more trees this year. The city is also innovating new ideas to become a heat-ready city, as temperatures only continue to climb in Phoenix year after year.
We want to manage this in a way that prevents completely preventable heat-related illnesses and deaths, and we think if we do it in a smart way, we can make a difference.
And right now, Phoenix is a finalist to develop a program to help manage the dangers of urban heat. They're in the testing phase right now, and one of the prototypes is a UV umbrella. So it's supposed to block skin-damaging UV rays and actually cool you down while you're out in this crazy hot heat. Now, there are also several other prototypes that they're testing now, but those are still under wraps. Reporting live in Phoenix, Aldo Vasquez, ABC 15, Arizona.
Thanks so much, Aldo. An urgent safety alert in Chandler tonight. Police on the hunt for a guy who grabbed a child at a park. Here's a sketch of what this guy's believed to look like. Cops say he approached the boy last week near Arizona Avenue in Warner and tried to hold his hand. Now, when the child said no, the guy then grabbed his wrist and started walking away with him. We're told a family member saw what happened and stopped the man in his tracks. He's now on the run tonight. Ahead this hour, the walkout is over, but updates still coming in with district plans for tomorrow and the rest of the year.
She lit a fire to rob a store. Now, how you can help solve this one.
And the E. coli outbreak spreading across half the country, but it could let up with lettuce season coming to an end.
And they're built to protect our border, but do they really work? We're getting a personal tour of the wall prototypes. Which ones agents say can do the job?
Look at your top headlines just coming into our newsroom tonight. Twitter is asking all 330 million users to change their passwords. They said they found a bug that saved passwords without proper encryption. That has been fixed, and now there's now evidence that passwords were leaked or misused.
President Trump tweeting today using the Phoenix Veterans Affairs scandal as a launching pad to push Congress to move on his Veterans Choice program. Tweeting this today, that program allows patients to get medical services from private providers, but lawmakers haven't been able to agree on a long-term fix. Officials say soon it will run out of money.
She walked right in, lit a fire in the bathroom, and in seconds she had employees distracted enough that she could steal from a consignment store. Take a closer look here. Police say the woman did all this while the store was filled with families, and as they searched for her, ABC 15's Cameron Polam found out they're taking action to stop thieves like this in their city.
Employees tell me the woman had the items in a bin like this one, taking it over near this emergency exit and leaving it here before launching the next part of her plan.
It was like my third day of work and it's my first job. She literally lights a fire just to steal a little basket of clothes.
Employees here at Other Mothers in Surprise still in shock.
She looked pretty normal.
That the woman in this surveillance video would risk so much for so little.
You're going to put other people in harm's way just so you can take some stuff. It's terrible.
2 weeks ago, with the store full of moms, dads, and children, this unidentified woman lit a fire in the women's bathroom as a diversion to shoplift.
Each stall, she tried to light the toilet paper on fire.
The store would suffer both fire and water damage, the woman taking off before police arrived.
Unfortunately, we get people in here all the time trying to steal. I mean, I guess we're an easy target.
Particularly shoplifting is one of the more prevalent property crimes.
In fact, we found more than a dozen shoplifting incidents over the past few weeks in the area.
We try to focus on those who are the serial offenders, the ones who are your 10% committing 90% of the crime.
While that unit focuses on larger crime rings, police count on the public for one-and-done crimes like this one, hoping for a break in the case that puts this dangerous person behind bars.
She did put people's lives at risk. There are other women in the store, men, children, and that's really what's so scary in this case.
Now, this woman will face some pretty serious charges for trying to steal a couple $100s worth of clothes. If she is caught, she'll face arson of an occupied structure as well as shoplifting. In Surprise, I'm Cameron Polam, ABC 15 Arizona.
What a difference a day makes. No snow falling today in Flagstaff, but the clouds over the mountain were incredible this afternoon.
Yeah, look at that. You can still see the snow sitting right up there on the peaks. Amber, even tonight, I guess you're still tracking some showers.
Yeah, they've been popping in the heat of the day up along the rim, up near Flagstaff. They are tracking down to the south as we look live right now at ABC 15 Desert Doppler, but they're not going to be able to hold it together to get off that higher terrain and down into the valley. So our forecast is going to stay dry. We can just see a few of those clouds in the distance as we look at our Queen Creek cam now. And Phoenix coming off a high today of only 83 degrees. Right now we're at 82, feeling great. These highs running nearly 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. Winds generally light, just a few breezes here and there today, and we'll keep those winds less than 10 for the remainder of our evening and all through the day tomorrow. So here's your forecast hour by hour. 7 p.m. 79 degrees, by 9 down into the mid 70s. Late tonight we'll get those 60s going, and then overnight lows will be dropping into the low 60s across most of the Phoenix metro, down into the upper 50s in just a few outlying areas like Fountain Hills, Queen Creek, and Maricopa overnight. And then highs tomorrow in the 90s. We're starting that warm up tomorrow, a little bit above average, that 91, but still looking okay for morning activities. It might be the last day for a while you're going to be able to get out there because those temperatures are really heating up into the weekend. So let me walk you through tomorrow first. 69 degrees at 7 a.m. That's good. By 10, though, we're already in the mid 80s, and then we hit those 90s around lunchtime and continue to see those 90s stick around through about 7 o'clock. Then comes Cinco de Mayo on Saturday, and the triple-digit heat is on. 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, 86 degrees, noon in the upper 90s, and 102 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Temperatures sizzling on Saturday and getting hotter on Sunday. Sunday is that weather action day here with a record-breaking 107 now in our forecast. An excessive heat watch in effect for Sunday. Monday drops a little bit. We'll talk more about what to expect throughout next week and the rest of the state coming up in the next half hour.
Batteries are in so many things we use every day. Laptops, phones, cars, and if they catch fire, they're some of the hardest flames to fight. Tonight, experts tell us why even water won't help in this case. If a battery explodes and causes a fire, what you should have on hand if that happens. That's all tonight on ABC 15 News at 10, right after Quantico.
Fooey's Small Stars, sponsored by Sanderson Ford.
It is time for Small Stars. This week, the kids are hitting the gym, working the court, and finding nothing but net. Sometimes. It's a huge game for some 8- and 9-year-olds right here in the Valley.
Another early Saturday morning at the gym, and this week it's the Savages in purple against the Golden Bloopers in, well, gold. For a lot of us, getting up early on a Saturday morning isn't the easiest thing to do. But that's not the case for Darian.
It actually feels really great playing basketball, and I'm happy that people are playing today.
And with that, the players line up, get their assignments, and we're off and running. The action is fast and the shots are dropping, and before you know it, it's halftime. So we go straight to the players to get a quick review of the first half.
It's just hard to beat them. We have to run around a lot, so if you play a basketball, you better have speedy legs.
When asked what the score is, Dougie and Mateo don't hesitate.
I think it's tight. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not positive. Good, pretty good. I'm pretty sure we're winning.
After a quick water break, but before we get back to the game, Darian has a few words of advice for us.
It actually feels really great playing basketball because people actually get a chance to do something for life and not be lazy or bored.
In the second half, Dougie